start by making a slip knot, and then make a total of 50 chains. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11. After that, mark your 50th chain with a stitch marker, and then chain 3 2 3 and back inside the stitch, the 50th chain, make a double crochet and another double crochet. So the first chain 3 counts as the first double crochet, so it means that you have a total of 3 double crochets from here. You can take off your stitch marker at this point. So that is first row complete. So on row 2, chain 3, turn. Once you turn, that chain 3 acts like the first double crochet. So in the very same stitch, we are increasing in this row, so make a double crochet, and on the middle stitch, the second chain, the second double crochet, which we'll be calling the middle stitch, you make a double crochet and another double crochet in the very same stitch, and another one in the very same stitch. So the middle stitch receives 3 double crochets in the very same stitch. So now you want to take your stitch marker and place it in the middle double crochet. So the middle is where we are going to be increasing as we go forward. So on the very last double crochet, make a double crochet, and since we are increasing, make another double crochet. So on row 2, you have a total of 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, total of 7 double crochets. So on row 3, let's move on to row 3, chain 3 and turn your work. And since this row 3 is going to be a row of no increases at all at both the middle and the 2 sides, so after chaining 3, that's the first double crochet, so you move on to the next double crochet, which is on top of the next double crochet, make a double crochet, and inside the next double crochet, make a double crochet. And when you get to your middle stitch, you take off your stitch marker, and on it make a double crochet, and then you can put your stitch marker back on, and a double crochet in the next double crochet, a double crochet in the next double crochet, and lastly a double crochet in the very last double crochet. So now that is row 3, no increases. So we're going on to row 4, and in row 4 we are going to increase. So chain 3, since we're increasing, on the very same double crochet stitch, this is the stitch, the very first stitch, because we're increasing, make a double crochet in the same stitch. So you have 2 double crochets, and then 1 double crochet until you get to the middle stitch where your stitch marker is. Take off your stitch marker, and inside the middle stitch make a total of 3 double crochets. 1 2 and 3, and in the middle stitch you can insert your stitch marker back in, and then in the next double crochet make a double crochet, in the next double crochet make a double crochet, and now we are on the last double crochet. The last double crochet, make a double crochet, and since we're increasing, another double crochet in the very same double crochet. So that is the end of row 4. So in row 4 we have a total of 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 stitches after an increase. On row 5 we are not increasing, so on the very next double crochet make a double crochet, the very next double crochet make a double crochet in the next, double crochet in the next. In the middle stitch, take off your stitch marker, double crochet, return it, and double crochet in the next, double crochet, double crochet, double crochet, and lastly on the very last stitch a double crochet. Now on row 6 chain 3, turn your work. So in row 6 we are doing an increase, so in the very first stitch, since we are increasing both at the two sides and in the middle, make a double crochet, so that means we have increased, and then a double crochet in the next, double crochet in the next, double crochet, crochet in the next, double crochet, double crochet in the next, double crochet. When we get to the middle stitch, take off the stitch marker, and since we're increasing on this row, make a total of 3 double crochets, 1, 2, and 3 in the very same double crochet, and then double crochet in the next. You can take back your stitch marker in the middle stitch, double crochet, double crochet, double crochet, and the next double crochet. On the very last stitch a double crochet, and since we're increasing, and another double crochet. So that was an increase on row 6. On row 7 we are not increasing, so you're going to chain 3 and turn your work for row 7. Since we are not increasing, on the next stitch make a double crochet, and on the next one, on each double crochet all the way across, the next one, the next, and the next one. You get to the middle stitch, take off your stitch marker, make a double crochet, and the next double crochet you can set it back, and the last double crochet make a double crochet. So this was row 7, there was no increase in row 7. So moving on to row 8, which we are increasing. So chain 3, turn your work, on the very same stitch make a double crochet. So that is the first increase, and a double crochet in each of the next double crochets. Until you get to the middle double crochet, and since we are on row 8 and we are increasing, inside this double crochet we're going to make a total of 3 double crochets in the very same space. So that is the second and 3. Maybe you want to take back your stitch marker in, and in the next 1 double crochet, 1 double crochet on each of the next double crochets. When you get to the last one, on top of the chain 3, and then since we're increasing on row 8, another double crochet. So from row 9 going onwards to the last row that you're going to have for your backup, you're going to be doing something slightly different. And in order to determine the number of rows that you're going to make according to your bust measurement size, you're going to take your bust measurement, full bust measurement, and divide that by 4. What you get is what you're going to use as your reference for how many rows you need to make. So for my case, I'm making for a size 38 inches, and 38 inches divided by 4 gives me around 9.5 inches. So I'm going to ignore the 0.5 inches. In order to get me to 9 inches, I'm going to need a total of 13 rows going forward. A total of 13 rows, including the 8 that I already have. But now, let's move on to, let me show you what we are doing differently from row 9. So in row 9, going on to row 9, chain 3. So in row 9, going on with the same pattern, we were supposed to be having a row of double crochets all the way across with no increase at all. But from here going forward, we are going to increase at both two ends on every row that we are not increasing in the middle. So what that means is we are going to, after chaining 3, the first chain 3 acts like the first double crochet, but because you're going to increase on the very first stitch, make a double crochet, and then a double crochet in the next, a double crochet in the next, a double crochet in the next, double crochet in the next. So when you get to the middle stitch, because this is row 9, you take it off. We are not increasing in the middle. So we're just going to go on with 1 double crochet on each double crochet. You can take back your stitch marker. One double crochet on each double crochet. It is row 9. And now we have the last double crochet, so make a double crochet on top of that last double crochet, which was a chain 3, and then add an additional double crochet. So it means on row 9, in as much as we have not worked in the middle, we have not increased in the middle, but we have increased at both the two sides. So that's what I meant by something different. So on row 10, chain 3, turn your work. You're still going to continue. You're going to increase at the edge, increase, and then a double crochet in each of the next double crochets until you get your stitch mark to your middle stitch where your stitch marker is. So when you get to your stitch marker, you can take it off. And since we're now increasing, we're going to make 3 double crochets on the very same double crochet, and then you continue. Continue with 1 double crochet in each double crochet until the very end. So on the very last double crochet, which was a chain 3, make a double crochet And then since we're increasing now, another additional one. On row 11, chain 3, turn your work, row 11. So we're still increasing. So in the very first stitch, you make a double crochet. So that is an increase because the chain 3 acts like the first double crochet. And then you continue with a double crochet in each of the next double crochet until your stitch marker. And since this is row 11 and we are not increasing in the middle, only at the ends. So in the middle, take the stitch marker off, place one double crochet and one double crochet in the next. So it's just a plain double crochets, no increase. And then you can take back in stitch marker, one double crochet in each of the next double crochets until the very end. This is the last double crochet. On top of it, make a double crochet and another double crochet. So this is row 11. So on row 12, chain 3, and since we are still increasing at the both two ends, in the very first stitch make a double crochet and a double crochet on each double crochet until you get to your stitch marker. So when you get to your stitch marker, on the previous row we did not increase in the middle, so on this row we are going to. So that means you're going to make 3 double crochets in the very same space, 2, and lastly 3. And then you can put back your stitch marker and continue with 1 double crochet in each double crochet. All the way to the last point, last double crochet. So this is the last double crochet. On top of it, make a double crochet. So you're increasing on the sides, make another double crochet. And now I'm on the last row, which is row 13. So chain 3, turn your work, and since we're increasing on the sides, the very first stitch make a double crochet and make a double crochet in each of the next double crochets until you get to your stitch marker. When you get to the stitch marker, remember on this row we are not increasing in the middle because we did that on the previous row. So just place 1 double crochet in each double crochet in the middle, and you keep on working 1 double crochets in each double crochet all the way to the last double crochet on this row. So you're on the last double crochet, make a double crochet, and since you're increasing on both two ends, make another double crochet. So that is our 13th row. Okay, we are going, after this we're going to like be edging with the single crochets, but before we do that, just want us to confirm that we have 9 inches when stretched. If I measure without stretching, you can see I'm having around 7 inches. But if I stretch this, if I stretch my work, I have 9 inches. And that's what you need. So that is a total of 9 inches when stretched. So now let's work on edging with a row of single crochets. So from here, chain 1, you turn your work. So you're going to be working all the way around with a row of single crochets. So after chaining 1 in this next double crochet space, in this next double crochet space, this is where it is, make a single crochet and another single crochet. So in the next double crochet space, make 2 single crochets. In the next double crochet space, make 2 single crochets. In the next double crochet space, 2 single crochets. So 2 single crochets in each double crochet space until you get to this point. So when I get to this point, at this tip, you're just going to make a single crochet inside it, and then you turn to the other side of your work. Okay, so now you're on this other side of your work. Make a single crochet in that space, and then in the next double crochet space, make 2 single crochets. In the next double crochet space, make 2 single crochets. In the next double crochet space, 2 single crochets. So you're going to keep continuing with that until you get to this other end. So once you get to this other end, now we're on this other part. So in order to turn to this other side, in this space you'd already made 2 single crochets. You're going to make another one, so 3, and then on each of these double crochets make a single crochet. So once you get done with that, on top of the very first single crochet that you made, you're going to slip stitch and chain 1 and cut your yarn. So the next thing you're going to do, rewind the video step to step, make an identical piece like this. You can see I have 2 of this. So once you make 2 identical pieces, this is going to be for your bra part. So do that and come back and let's continue to the next step. So the next thing is we're going to be working, this is where we're going to work. So you're going to shift your work like that, and I was doubling my strand when I was working in the bra cup, so in this case I'm just going to use a thin yarn for this other part. So maybe you want to make that adjustment if you want to get the same results that I did. So after making a slip knot, so attach it to the very first single crochet. After attaching your yarn, chain a total of 4, 2, 3 and 4. This total of 4 acts like 1 double crochet, chain 1. So skip the next single crochet. In the next one, make a double crochet. Chain 1, skip the next single crochet. In the next one, make a double crochet. So you're making the mesh pattern from here. Chain 1, skip the next double crochet, single crochet. In the next one, make a double crochet. Chain 1, skip the next. So you're going to keep on with this pattern all the way to the end of your row. So I'm coming to the end of this row, so skip the next single crochet. In the next one, make a double crochet. Chain 1, and in the very last, skip one single crochet. In the very last one, make a double crochet. So I made a total of 13 mesh boxes. So I'm going to go to the next row, chain 2, 3, 4. So the 4 acts like 1 double crochet, chain 1. So in the next double crochet, make a double crochet, chain 1. In the next double crochet, make a double crochet, chain 1. In the next double crochet, make a double crochet, chain 1. The next double crochet, make a double crochet, chain 1. Next double crochet, make a double crochet, chain 1. So chain 1 and on top of the chain 3 that you made, make a double crochet. So that is the second row. So you're going to keep on repeating the same pattern for a total of 12 rows, and I'm going to meet you when you get there. The 12 rows at the height of your top going downwards. So maybe you can do 12 rows or you can do more than 12 rows depending on how you want how long you want your top to be. I'm kind of trying to get something cropped, so that's why I'm making around 12 rows. So do that and I'll meet you when you are done. So now on to the next step. We're going to start making the ruffles on this. Okay, so let's proceed from here. So we're going to start working the ruffles at this base. So what you're going to do, chain 4, 3, 4, turn your work. And on the very first double crochet, make a double crochet like that. So the chain 4 acts like 1 double crochet, chain 1, so that's a V-stitch. So chain 1, and in the next double crochet, make a double crochet, and then chain 1, and in the very same double crochet, make a double crochet. Chain 1, in the next double crochet, make a double crochet, chain 1, and in the very same double crochet, make a double crochet. Chain 1, in the next double crochet, make a double crochet, chain 1, and in the very same double crochet, make a double crochet. So this are like V stitches in every double crochet separated by a chain 1. So you're going to keep on with this pattern all the way to this point, and I'll meet you when you get there. So that's the end of that row. So we're going to on to the next row. So chain 4, 3 and 4, turn your work. So on this very first double crochet, on top of it make a double crochet, chain 1, in the next double crochet make a double crochet, chain 1, and in the very same double crochet make a double crochet. So it's like we are doing the V stitches again, but also in each double crochet of the previous row. Chain 1, in the next double crochet make a double crochet, chain 1, and in the very same double crochet make a double crochet, chain 1, in the next double crochet make a double crochet, chain 1, and in the very same double crochet another double crochet, chain 1, in the next double crochet make a double crochet, chain 1, and in the very same double crochet, very same space, make a double crochet, chain 1, in the next double crochet make a double crochet, chain 1, and in the very same double crochet make a double crochet. So you're going to keep repeating this pattern until you get to the end, and I'll meet you when you get here. So I've gone all the way. This is how my work looks like to this point. So we just chain 1 and cut your yarn, and now we are moving on to the other ruffles. So my first ruffle is going to be on the 4th row. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So on this 4th row, this is where I'm going to start my work. So in order to start this row, you're going to start on the 2nd double crochet and attach your yarn right there, and chain 4, 4, and after chaining 4, yarn over, and in the very same double crochet make a double crochet, chain 1, on the next double crochet just below it pull up a loop, make a double crochet, chain 1, and back inside of it pull up a loop and make another double crochet, chain 1, on the next double crochet make a double crochet, chain 1, and on the very same double crochet just below it pull up a loop and make a double crochet, like you're making V stitches on top of this double crochet, chain 1, the next double crochet make a double crochet, chain 1, and the very same double crochet make a double crochet, chain 1, on the next double crochet below it make a double crochet, chain 1, and in the very same space make another double crochet. So you're gonna keep on with this pattern all the way to the last double crochet, and I'll meet you when you're done with that. So I've gone all the way, so let's move on to the next row. So chain 2, 3, 4, chain 4, turn your work. So this is the first double crochet. So on this very first double crochet make a double crochet, chain 1, and on the next double crochet, this one, make a double crochet, chain 1, and in the very same space, same double crochet, make a double crochet. So it's like you're making another row of V stitches, but in each double crochet, chain 1, in the next double crochet make a double crochet, chain 1, and in the very same space make another double crochet, chain 1, in the next double crochet make a double crochet, chain 1, and in the very same space make another double crochet, chain 1. In the next double crochet, make a double crochet, chain 1, and in the very same space make another double crochet. So this is the pattern for the second row, more like the first row, but on top of each double crochet. So keep on working on this to the end, and I'll meet you when you get there. So I've gone all the way around back to the other side. So to finish that, you're gonna chain 1 and cut your yarn. So this is how my work looks like at that point. So I'm going to add another row. So I'm gonna skip a total of 3 rows, 1, 2, 3, 4. So it means the next row is going to be here. So, and the whole process to making the row is how you've made, is just like you've made the bottom and this part, most precisely how you've made this. So I'm gonna let you finish working on all your ruffles, and I'm gonna meet you when I'm done with this part. So when I have 3 ruffle rows, I'm gonna meet you then. Okay, so this is one side that I have completed my work, as you can see, and this is the other side that I'm still working on. So this is actually very important because I made a mistake, and I would like to help you avoid it if you're going to be making this piece. So like after you've made this other side and you've completed this part, that you made a string when you're beginning your work. Now these 2 strings need to be looking at each other like this. So before you continue working on this next piece, make sure that the two strings are facing it. You can even tie a knot right there like this, just to help you not forget that, so that when you're making the ruffles, you can make them on this side. Because if you forget, you might make them on this side, and then when you're going to turn your work, you'll find that they're supposed to be on this side, and that means you're going to have to remove everything you've made and start all over again. So make sure you put that into consideration when you're making the other side of the top. So I'm back after completing the 2 sides. This is what I have. You can see it looks pretty good. So the next thing that we're going to do now is to have to add the sleeves, or the strings that you can tie at your back, and the one that you can tie at your head. Yeah. So the first string that we're going to have is going to be here. So just the very tip, find a single crochet that is directly proportional to that, and attach your yarn. So in this case, I'm going to be doubling my strand because I need something that is a bit concrete to work with. When you're tying it to your neck, it can't break or you can't lose it. So attach your yarn right there. Then you're going to chain a total of 50, make a total of 50 chains. 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. This is a total of 50. I feel like it's a bit short, so I'm going to add a total of another 20 stitches. So this is a total of 70 stitches. Just chain 1 and cut your yarn. On this other side as well, you're going to make a total of 70 stitches. So these are your 2 sleeves up there. You have each a total of 70. You Okay, so now the next part that we're going to work on is at the sides, right somewhere right here. So you're going to attach your yarn right there. Still working with a double strand. So look, there's this point that you had a row of single crochets. You're going to figure out the where you're turning your work right here, and on this point you're going to make a total of 100 chains. So I've had a total of 100. Chain one and cut your yarn. And now onto this other side as well. So attach your yarn at this tip and make a total of 100 with the double strand. Okay, so I'm back. I've done these upper sleeves, the strings and the ones on the side as well. So I guess that calls for the end of this top. It's just pretty simple and it has an open back, perfect for summer. So yeah, that's gonna be the end of this. So the next thing I'm going to do is just to like weave in all the ends. And once I weave in all the ends, I'll have my final top and I'll try it on. And I'm gonna say thank you for tuning in and for watching the video. If you liked it and if you made this, you can tag me on my Insta pages, or you can share with me what you've made.